What's up, fanboys and fangirls? The time has finally arrived. We're watching Avengers Infinity War. It's Luke, Brett, and Tyler.
What's up?
And Stephanie again, but no mic this time for Stephanie. We said no.
That means she can snooze if she wants to.
That's true.
This is a good point. She can totally take a nap, and
I thought you were going to say she could totally take your mic.
hey, if she wants to come sit over here, there's room. She's in that recliner, though. Looks pretty comfy. Anything we need to say before we get started here?
We're recording this way before it's being released, which I think is funny. Like, because we're seeing Captain Marvel
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow or in 2 days.
Yeah. So we'll see how that ties in.
Yeah. But there's
By the time you
there's your
listen
time
to this,
frame, people.
you probably already know how Captain Marvel ties into
Yeah.
these movies.
It all makes sense to you.
Yep. But yeah, we should just get this thing rolling, because it's gonna be a late night.
It is going to be a late night. Are we ready?
I was born ready.
I'm going to have to
3,
make a coffee run in the morning.
2, 1. I hit play when I said 1.
Should I describe the logos again?
Yes.
Like I did last time?
I think that's maybe one of the best parts of last episode, actually.
Right now it's a black screen. Oh, the Marvel logo just started.
That's your page.
It'll be interesting to see how the Marvel logo evolves over time.
I bet
into
for
Phase 3 at
I
least.
bet for Endgame, it starts to pop up and then it just dusts away.
That would be both hilarious and depressing.
Actually, I hope they just go back to the original one for like Iron Man 1.
Ooh. They won't.
10 years. I hope they throw
I bet it's just different colors. Like
It's
that
just
instead
black.
of... Yeah. Oh, probably purple. So how do we feel about picking up right where Ragnarok left off?
Well, it can only go up from here. That is how I felt.
They certainly start this movie off with a bang.
Yep.
It's an intimidating ship.
They eliminate one
dude
hero
here.
right away.
They're like, well, I don't know. Is Loki considered a hero at this point?
I don't know.
Not a
what
hero. He's not a
Loki is.
villain ever.
What is Tom Hiddleston? Whatever he is.
An actor.
An actor.
Yeah, well, that's what Loki is.
A
And that
likable
actually is pretty
character.
fitting.
Did you see that they?
Stephanie asked, is he actually dead?
Yes.
I actually don't want to answer that. I have no idea. But did you see they retroactively fixed him to not be the villain of Avengers? Kind of.
Yeah.
His profile says that the scepter was manipulating him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Which is...
I guess it's fine, but
Fun
whatever.
fact. Loki
Whatever.
was the villain of Avengers issue number 1.
Dope.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Also, fun fact: Loki is the mask that Jim Carrey wears in The Mask. That is the
Ooh.
mask of Loki, the trickster god, which is why he can do all those weird things.
Oh.
How about this armor?
I enjoy this armor.
I wish we got more
I
of
wish
it.
he would have worn it through the whole movie.
Yeah. It's
Without the
very
helmet.
Obscured here. Yeah, just have him...
You get the subtitles going.
Oh, yeah.
I love the design of the Black Order also. I think they look so sweet.
Yeah.
Specifically, Proxima Midnight and
Ebony
Chorus
Maw.
Glaive.
I like Ebony Maw.
Also, I love their little spears.
They're cattle prods?
Yeah. Undying fidelity.
So he's already got the Power Stone. Still being quippy Thor from Ragnarok. How do we feel about the Black Order?
Oh, dude, I love the Black Order. I think they look sweet.
I really like their designs too.
I like Ebony Maw a lot.
Mm-hmm. I like how they're all very different.
Yeah.
They're very unique.
I'm a huge fan of Proxima Midnight. I think she looks sweet. She's the one with the horns.
Who voiced her?
Carrie Coon. I think she's in The Leftovers. I don't know if anybody watches that. I don't.
I don't. I've heard really good things.
I have too. I'll probably never watch it.
There's
though.
literally just too much to watch these days.
Yeah.
Way too much.
So there's two kind of Infinity Stones in this movie that are just kind of appear like that. I think that's an interesting choice. That the first one they show being revealed that way, and then the last one. Well, the last one.
When Doctor Strange.
Right, when Doctor
grabs
Strange
it out of
does
the
it.
star.
I'm North Asgard. And for another, we have the hope.
Yeah.
Get him, boy. Get him. Go slap him. Pop. Pop.
This is some really good like for it being a CGI fight scene.
Yeah, it looks great.
Like it looks really good.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that the camera doesn't shake tremendously while they're fighting.
Yeah. And Thanos just with the...
To me, this is the most entertaining Thanos fighting scene in the whole movie.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's just like methodically picking the Hulk apart, and it's so awesome.
Oh.
And then, right after this, they cut a huge CGI cost out of the movie.
But they had to replace it with Hulkbuster.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you don't have to mocap Hulkbuster.
It's true.
Yeah.
I like how he gets Terminator hit right there, we'll call it. They get hit and they just like look back real slowly.
Mm-hmm.
So watch Terminator, so that's kind of in my head.
What up, Deadshot? What it is?
Unconfirmed as of this recording.
He's just got to put pen to paper.
Yeah.
Whee! Insert Kirby theme song.
Why doesn't he send
Thor
or like
Loki or all of them?
You know, anyone else that would have made perfect sense?
Maybe because Thor is wrapped up in iron shackles and...
Why doesn't he send Thanos?
Just anywhere else.
Just get him off the ship.
Just send Thanos into the sun.
Yeah. You literally could send him anywhere.
We're gonna send Thanos into the center of a black hole. Oh, movie over. No.
Man, that was easy. Big scary guy. See, like, I'd have been cool with this look the whole movie. Like, armor, no helmet, whole movie.
Yeah, but that armor is shiny and hard to render. This is impressive too.
Lies within your grasp.
Just the like sheer force of which he
breaks
that. One of the things that I don't know about you guys, you know, this movie, I think rightfully so, was nominated for a Academy Award in visual effects. But like not this moment, the moment that was just before that, when he had the stuff in his hand, and then later when he has the Soul Stone in his hand, I just don't feel like that looks
good.
Natural. Yeah.
The Soul Stone scene in this movie drives me nuts. I'll talk about it when we get there.
Okay.
But it absolutely irritates me.
I'm just like maybe the what's the uncanny valley for me is with hands, not faces.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh, those are CGI hands.
Maybe it's because it's a CGI object in a CGI hand.
Yeah, and the physics
in a
just don't
CGI environment
feel quite right.
Experience.
Oh, a little throwback to Avengers 1. I invaded Earth once before.
Because you made me.
This is such a I get why they had to do it,
Do you hereby
but it just doesn't seem like Loki.
die? Fidelity.
Even like a
I don't know. I think it does, based on Ragnarok, where he's way more like he comes back to help everybody. Well, it may have been somewhat selfishly, but he's still a good person. He just doesn't know how to.
sure. I'm not even saying motivationally.
Yeah.
But just like the way in which now this is awful. Ugh. This is when the movie says we mean business.
Yeah.
Russo brothers are not screwing around.
Yeah.
I thought they meant business until it ended, and then I was like, oh, they don't mean nothing.
You'll never be a god. That's actually a line I don't get. It's like he's saying you'll never be as good as me because I was born into it.
I guess. But that's the thing. Like, Thanos isn't actually... That's not what he's chasing either.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he has no desire to be worshipped or... I mean, Ebony Maw kind of does that for him, but I think that's more of an ego thing than like I want to be a god.
Mm-hmm.
In, you know, whatever that means for this universe. You know, we've seen Celestials and we've seen Thor and Asgardians, and we know that they're not like...
I like the
is it more of a
portals.
title than just like an actual physical incarnate?
Subtitles had a little G.
Oh.
It's a little god.
How would Loki have faked it there?
Just a body double. He can replicate himself, I guess.
Even still, would he have survived that explosion?
I mean, Thor did.
Thor was also found.
It's true.
Whee!
The moon.
Rainbow Road.
Dun 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 dun.
This is pretty good aim. Like,
Yeah.
for Heimdall.
He's just like, what? I mean, he's got Deadshot aim. He's got to nail it.
I'm so glad we don't have to see him anymore, just so he will stop making Deadshot jokes.
You set it up.
I know.
You can't say he has good aim and not expect the days casted as Deadshot me to not make that joke.
Touche.
He's like, what? Oh, the podcat is downstairs, everybody. I'd like to announce the podcat is downstairs.
Podcat, come over here.
Dun, dun,
Oh, hey, title card.
dun, dun, dun.
Man, what a cold open.
Yeah.
2 people dead before the title card. Love it.
And then you're like, oh my god.
2 important characters. A bunch of other, much less important characters.
It's true.
Yes.
John Doe on the refugee ships all like, nobody cared about me.
What 2 important characters? I only
Loki
count
and
1.
Heimdall? You don't count Heimdall as
Not really.
He's a named character.
We were expecting. Yes. I had a dream about it. It was so real.
I really like the chemistry between these two.
I'm glad you brought this up. No,
I wish there was more of it. But I guess we got
it's intentional. It's not.
3 movies of it, kind of.
Got plenty.
Yeah, I don't need any more of it.
That's it. Just in case there's a monster.
Mainly because Gwyneth Paltrow's crazy.
I will agree that she's crazy. I think she's a fine actress, though.
The best I've ever seen her act is in Contagion. For the 10 minutes she's in it, she's incredible.
I really like her in 7.
Next dinner tonight. Show up this here and stuff.
I don't know how to think about that, based on what you just said.
I think she was good in that movie.
Okay.
She's got a very small role, but it was good.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the wedding, by the way. I'm sorry, you giving out tickets? It's not overselling it to say the fate of the universe.
I think these
Who's queen?
this combination, Strange and Stark, are probably my favorite combo. I love how this movie teams up
Stash Bros.
characters who haven't been together.
Yeah, they do a good
previously.
job of that.
And like these two, just because of their witty banter nature,
I just think it's
super entertaining.
I think it's more their clashing egos.
Yeah.
It's just too much for each other.
Yeah.
And the only way both of them deal with anything is
And then
banter.
Then you
So
throw
it's like, it's
Star-Lord in
perfect.
there too,
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah.
who's a child with the same ego.
Star-Lord's intro into this movie is probably one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah.
You're from Earth. I'm from Missouri. Yeah, that's Earth.
Earth.
What master do you serve? What am I supposed to say? Jesus Christ.
Tell me his name again. Thanos. He's a plague, Tony. He invades planets, he takes what he wants, he wipes out half the population. He said Loki.
I think this is a pretty well-paced scene for like my parents didn't know all this information coming in, even though I did. Like,
That's how Dana was too. They do a really good job of serving it up.
yeah,
Like,
they make exposition move. You know, it doesn't ever feel like it's just exposition for exposition's sake.
I wish you would have turned around and be like, mother F.
He swore an oath that the time stone with our lives. And I swore up dairy, and Avengers named a flavor after me, so it's not it's chalk.
Get their first product placement in there. Or, yeah, it's first product placement.
Yeah.
There's a few.
This still may be the best chance.
Even the biggest movie in the world can't refuse a few product endorsements.
Oh, yeah.
But it's no Michael Bay movie.
This is true.
Bud Light for days.
One of my best lines. Protecting your reality, douchebag. I love Doctor Strange. He's so good.
Yep.
2 weeks ago, Vision turned off his transponder.
Because he's banging Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, he is.
Weirdest relationship ever.
Dude, I saw a meme the other day of Vision, and it's like Vision in Age of Ultron, and it was like hulked out dude from the SpongeBob. Then it was like Vision from Civil War, and it was like slightly less Jack dude. And it was like Vision from Infinity War, and it was SpongeBob.
Oh no.
Because he just got castrated throughout every
Yeah.
movie. He got worse.
Well, he's so powerful, and I mean, he's a little bit like Scarlet Witch. Like, both of them together should be able just to beat anything.
Yeah, you would
So
think.
the way you avoid that is just
You
not
nerf
have him
them.
in the movie, and then you nerf him when
You
he's
nerf
in the
him in the
movie.
patch notes.
Yeah. That's a fantastic line. The severity of the situation, and Tony still doesn't
Ego.
quite want to believe it.
Yep.
I think it's a bit of that and him just not being willing to reach out and say I need help.
Yeah.
Plus, it goes to one of the best. Oh, the fighting just starts right here now, and it just never really slows down. Except
Oh,
for,
yeah.
like the star scene.
This
Yeah.
is
Where
a,
it just takes a little break, and then it just ramps right back.
this
up
is a
again.
2-hour action
Yeah.
music video. And it's so much fun.
Now we gotta go fight donuts from space. Yeet.
Woot woot.
Somebody call 911.
Muffled screaming.
I love. I'm really excited to see Spider-Man too, because I really loved him in this movie.
I loved seeing him in New York in this scene.
Yeah.
I was just like, yes.
Well, in the next one, you get to see him in London.
This is probably one of my.
Paris, I thought.
This is. It's hard to say it's one of my favorite
maybe
scenes. There's so many like favorite scenes in here, but this is one of the few that's. I mean, this is a single tracking shot scene,
Yeah.
and it establishes the threat that one ship, can be to, or the half of the Black Order to these guys.
Yeah, because it's all but 2 of them.
I think it's just 2. Right? It's 2 and 2.
I'm so glad Ned made it in this movie.
Yeah.
Hey, I need a distraction. It's like, oh, that was easy.
That reminds me of them old bands you used to snap onto your wrist.
Yep. I also appreciate that, like, we get our Stan Lee character cameo fairly early. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like we don't have to worry about it. It's there.
Whee!
Makes me want to play Spider-Man PS4.
Mm-hmm.
Great game.
He's so much stronger now. Like, it's ridiculous.
I do wish he yelled his spells like he does in the comics.
Mm.
Like, Wands of Watoon! Electric Gigolo Buzzsaw! Just something. Oh boy.
Tony.
Get lost, Squidward.
Tony is just amazing in this. This dialogue throughout this entire film is just fantastic. It helps that they've had 10 years to like perfect these characters. I'm sorry, Earth is closed today. A great Tony Stark line.
SpongeBob.
No, not really. But when do I ever get what I want?
I do appreciate actually how they kept Banner's tone from Ragnarok.
Yeah.
He's still kind of goofy, and I feel like it's something this movie did need. Otherwise, it would have just been probably a little too heavy for the normal Marvel movie. Performance issues.
See, I just...
Being for the Wizards.
This is like one of the few movies I actually like Tony Stark in.
Oh, yeah. I think he's great in this movie.
Yeah, he's so good.
Yeah, the suit coming together doesn't really look super good.
No. I never noticed it until just now that it didn't look good.
And just like... just how the suit is so slender. I'm not a huge fan of that. It's so body forming.
It's so, like, sleek around the edges, too. Like, the rounded edges make it look worse to me.
Well,
Yeah.
it almost just doesn't look like
It doesn't look real.
protective because of how tight it is. But I don't know. I don't mind it as much as you guys, but
the best Iron Man suit is the suit from Iron Man 1.
ooh, I don't agree with that.
It's a totally practical suit, and it looks so good.
It does look good.
And I love how it's bulky.
I love how
I'm excited. We're gonna get Grey Hulk, man. In game. MoMA, what's that?
I don't know. Woo bang.
Mixing the fighting styles is another thing that this movie does really well.
Yeah.
You know, it feels so seamless. Ouch.
I really enjoy how Ebony Maw is so like. I feel like he makes no motion to use his powers. He's like, oh, I'm gonna, make this.
I'm just gonna do this over
I'm
here.
gonna do this. I'm not gonna be all fancy about it. He's just like, yeah, rock spikes, fire, like, or I'm just gonna hold you to this brick wall without using my hands or anything.
Yep.
Just look at the flick of the wrist.
I also love how he flies Doctor Strange out of here. He's just like, yep, we're gonna go now. And every time you see him in daylight, the CG on him looks so good.
Yeah.
On Ebony Maw. Ebony Maw.
Woman in the back street. Zoom. Oop, I hit my mic. I'm sorry, everybody.
Gotcha.
I love how the cape just follows him like a dog. It's
Yeah.
like, where are you going? No, don't do that.
The question is, does Peter actually get that reference?
He probably does. He just doesn't know what it's from.
Steph's passing around the brownies. Almost a little bit of subversion there. I kind of thought when I first saw this that was total foreshadowing.
The hand
For
thing?
With the cutting off of the hand.
Nah.
I'm like, that's how they're gonna beat Thanos.
That would be too easy.
That's all I should have done.
Give it a hard
Well.
fight first.
Well, I'm just saying Doctor Strange was there. So
You're not wrong.
Mike said save the wizard.
look, I love this movie. There's so many things I could point out where I'm just like, that was kind of dumb.
Oh, well, for sure.
But I love it so much. He made it a lot further than I would have.
Yeah. So, in your guys' I was not a part of this.
Our trailer reaction.
Y'all did not have much love for the Iron Spidey suit. How do you?
It looks better in the video game to me.
How do you feel about it now?
It looks way better than in the trailer, and it looks way better on an IMAX screen. The overall design, I think, is good. It's fine. But I think it would have been cool if they would have gone more closer to the comic design with the gold and
red and gold. That would have been amazing.
I think it looks too similar to a normal Spider-Man suit.
Oh, okay. I see
Because
what you're
like
saying.
when they showed it at the end of Spider-Man: Homecoming, people were like, "Oh, it's the Iron Spider suit," and I was like, "Is it?"
Yeah.
Like
Looks like an armored version of the regular Spider-Man
it looks
suit.
like cloth that's just shiny. Like
Yeah, I think they probably felt like they needed to make it look like the Iron Man suit in this one, like
Yeah.
the nanotech.
Yeah, and that's like the actual
Continuity-wise, it
Iron.
makes sense.
The actual Iron Spider suit has like solid gold eyes and accents, and it just looks so dope.
Maybe Shuri will make that for him.
You mean Ironheart?
Yes.
She's the next Tony Stark, man.
Oh, Podcat. Hey, buddy.
Do your listeners actually know we have two cats? Because you call them both Podcat.
We don't typically distinguish which one was actually on the.
Carl's currently watching the movie with us now.
Well, define
Simon's-
watching. He's getting a
Simon's
back
hanging
rub.
out by the stairs over there.
Hey, this is the last thing that James Gunn had a hand in for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Aw, sad
And it
day.
was fantastic what he did for them in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did all the Guardian stuff, right?
I think he picked the music. He wrote their lines.
I
I
just
don't think he directed.
I love the use of music in the Guardians movies.
Yeah.
and like
really good.
even in these scenes, it's so good.
Yeah.
Why are we doing this again?
It's a distress signal, Rocket. Someone could be dying.
I get that, but why are we doing it? Nice.
Because we're nice.
Whoever it is will give us a little cheddar cheese, bro. Isn't the thing.
Oh.
Take a shit.
Alright, Guardians, don't forget this might be dangerous. Let's
Put on our mean faces.
Mantis.
I'd like to see Mantis's mean face.
There we go.
What?
Even Drax is like, wow. Like, he must have said something awful, and it must have been very literal.
Yeah.
Nothing goes over my head. I would catch
That
it.
ship looks dope.
Yeah, it does. If anything,
Milano
if
2.0.
if we never get another Guardians movie, I sure hope that ship survives somehow and makes it into other things. Like, give us a Nebula spinoff or something where she gets the ship, please.
Ooh, who dat?
Oh, Batista in this scene. So good.
Who are you kidding? Well, you once said
I'm not sure which part, but I think this was some of the first footage that came out for this movie at Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con.
He's anxious, angry. Tremendous love, guilt.
How much of that is improvised, do you think?
I don't know.
Because I don't imagine him being that funny.
It's like his muscles are made of funny.
He's pretty funny on the podcasts I've heard him on, though.
Stop massaging his muscles. Bring me Thanos! You a fan of Thor, Carl? Who's your favorite Avenger? Goose the cat? Yep. Figured. I think you're biased.
Just because he looks like a cat.
Lost the universe by wiping out half of the world. He used to kill people planet by planet, massacre by massacre. If he gets all 6 Infinity Stones, he can do it with the snap of his fingers like this.
you know a great deal about Thanos. This is the daughter of Thanos.
I like the tension in this moment.
The one that killed my brother.
It doesn't last long,
Yeah.
but it's just enough to like mix it up from funny. Yeah, there's a bad guy, but we're having fun.
Yeah.
And then nope, actually.
Was you imprisoned in hell? Then she returned home.
I didn't realize hell was spelled with one E or
Yep.
one L. One E. Heal.
Yep. One L in Norse mythology.
Fascinating.
As well. Because, I mean, it's not a competition, but I've been through a lot.
When you go to Helheim in God of War. Oh my gosh. So awesome.
What
you doing over there?
Can
Cat is touching my butt.
oh no, Carl, stop it.
Oh. He stopped.
Can I just say that I think Chris Pratt in real life, like, it just seems like maybe this is something he would actually do if he wasn't as successful as he is.
I wonder how he talks to Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's a good question.
Because he's...
Chris Pratt,
Isn't
Pratt
he...
currently engaged to Arnold?
I was going to say,
Schwarzenegger's
yeah, isn't he
daughter,
going to
yeah.
marry his daughter?
He just did it again.
This is my voice.
I kind of wish Thor would have checked him here.
Just
It's like,
headbutt.
yeah, like shoved him real quick.
He's trying to copy me.
Enough! We need to stop Thanos, which means we need to find out where he's going next.
No,
It must be
Nowhere? Sucks.
Thor.
Have you guys seen the stuff like people are like from the in-game trailer? It's Tony going ran out of food and water a couple days ago, and then it plays that scene.
Oh, really?
That's our food. Not anymore. He would have had more food if he would have
6 stones.
not taken it.
Yep.
Thanos already has Power Stone. He stole it last week. Decimated that. He stole the Space Stone from me. Stole my ship. Time and Mind Stones are safe on Earth.
Also, I really hope, that oh crap, what's his name? Rock Boy and Slug Knife Man, Korg and Meek.
Oh, Corgan Mink, yeah.
Yeah.
I really hope they show up like at the end of Endgame where it was like, "Hi, my name's Cole."
I really love that Mantis goes, when they're talking about the Avengers, she's like Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
And Thor goes, he might be on the team, I don't know.
I'd never noticed that line there. It's like, we need to go to Nidavellir. And Drax is like, he made that word up. Thor goes, all words are made up. And I'm just like, dang, Thor, that's good.
She might have known a leader. On my quest to the leader.
Let me just ask the captain. Oh, wait a second. Hey, I'll go.
Bradley Cooper, I don't feel like we talk about him a lot in this role, like in his role as Rocket.
Yeah.
He's
He's really good.
He's really good.
He probably does it in one day.
Probably, yeah.
Also, I really like his voice more like this. When I was watching A Star Is Born, it was driving me crazy.
Oh, with his
He talks down here the whole time.
Yeah.
And it's just really gruff. And it's just like, dude, just raise your voice, please.
We know you don't sound like that.
We got 2 ships and the largest salt in the water.
New gamer tag, Pirate Angel.
Pirate Angel 69.
This is where Thanos isn't.
You know, you really shouldn't talk that way to your captain. Put that game down. You're right, your brain.
Bid you farewell and good luck, morons.
This is like one of my favorite teams, though.
Yeah.
Rocket, Groot, and Thor.
Yeah, they're my favorite part of the movie.
And here's the part I don't care too much about.
It doesn't last too long. though.
No. I just
it
mean
moves
this
pretty quick.
this team
Oh,
until they meet up with everybody else.
just these two.
Yeah.
What does it say?
It is a pretty major departure from the rest of the movie, but yeah, like you said, Luke, it moves pretty quick.
This dude just needs some Excedrin migraine. That's the problem. Just having migraine.
They just need to go down to the local drugstore and get some medicine.
I think
Easy.
she should bring her accent back for Endgame when she eventually gets revived.
I want to say she got dusted. She won't be in there until the very end.
But she'll come back and she'll be like, I am back. I'm here to avenge Vision and my brother.
Yeah, the accent.
Then
Their
Juggernaut.
visions were bad in Age of Ultron.
They're yeah.
Their accents.
Their accents.
Yeah, but they're just totally gone now.
I don't mind. Yeah, I don't mind that they're gone. I just wish that they had either not had them to begin with, or they were way less to begin with. And it's just that she's been hanging out with them for 4 years, and
She lost it.
she kind of lost it. Like, I'm okay with that.
Yes, we stole these ones. See it.
Where's everybody in this town?
They're in bed, man. It's sleepy time.
The store behind them is open.
I think
They sleep in the store. It's a CVS. He wanted the migraine. They're sleeping behind the counter, sleeping on the job.
Sounds like a great job to me. Oh, there's people.
Oh,
in the
I saw
back.
someone in the
Yeah,
back
I saw
there.
people. Never mind. We're good.
Your mama, that's who they are. Oh, got him.
Burn.
Instead of saying, hey, I'm going to have to cancel the party or whatever to Gwyneth Paltrow, he should have been like, hey, I'm getting out of Space Donut and going to space.
Yeah.
Well, she says, please tell me you're not on that ship.
That was unexpected.
Dude, that scared me in theaters.
Yeah. What's the I never remember what's that guy's name?
Corvus Glaive.
Corvus.
Yeah, he looks dope. He looks like fresh out of a horror movie.
Uh-huh.
Big fan of that.
The only one I can never remember is Big Boy.
Oh, yeah.
Axe guy.
Yeah. Bad Hulk.
Bad Hulk.
Bad Hulk that's not Abomination. No, he just would have stabbed you in bed.
Yeah.
Don't make the obvious joke. Don't make the obvious joke.
Do it. It's not the only stabbing that goes on.
Yeah. I was going to say Vision would be doing the stabbing if they stayed in bed.
Oh my gosh. PG-13, boys.
That's PG-13.
Okay, fine.
I love that she tried to use her powers to like keep herself off the ground there and it didn't quite work.
Yeah.
It's a cool little detail.
Now, this blade seems to be really magic.
Yeah, dude.
I'm curious. I wish we would learn more about it. It probably is in the comics, and I just don't.
I'm pretty sure they say in the movie it's made to work against the Infinity Stone. And that's why it can do all these things to Vision.
Gotcha.
Hands off Jarvis.
Like stab him and just reflect his beam because he's just shooting Mind Stone at him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this scene was super
This
dope.
part, man, I love this. This got me so jacked up.
I think we had a maybe not a standing ovation, but we
Oh,
definitely had.
Everybody clapped and
Everyone
went
was
crazy.
clapping and cheering.
I was cheering so loud.
You must understand. I'm saying.
Superhero landing. Superhero landing.
Every time I see her face, I think of that. It was a game that was recently made. It was an indie.
Oh,
Hellblade.
Hellblade.
Senua's
Yeah.
Sacrifice.
Yeah, yeah.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
Yes. My man.
Yes! Oh my gosh, I got goosebumps just right now, man. I've seen this movie 3 times.
Yes, Papa Doc. Takechi Kovacs. Coming in hot.
I love their
What a catch.
I love their teamwork in this scene. Like,
They're the 3 most normal people in the group. They gotta have tactical
skills.
plans to everything.
Yep.
Well, I just feel like you have these guys have been on the move for 2 years and still like training with each other, whereas like I feel like with Tony, it's just been more of like I'm trying to move on, which is totally fair.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like these guys feel like the ultimate fighting force.
Yep. The Ultimate Alliance.
Clearly the ones who should be leading the group.
Oh, what's up, Cap? How you doing, man? Thanks for saving my life, boy. Oh, I liked my script notes there better. His was a little simpler.
Yeah. I'm
really Thor is super strong in this movie. He's one of the strongest Avengers, probably the strongest. Hulk is up there. Scarlet Witch should probably be up there, but she's way underpowered in these movies. She can literally do anything. She's like
I feel like
just
I heard
insane amount of power.
So this
I'm just really curious with Captain Marvel,
oh
like where she's gonna be at.
yeah. How do we feel about our flashbacks?
I think it's fine. It's cool. I'm good with it.
I wish we could have seen more of Thanos' army outside of flashbacks.
I just like armored Thanos.
Because I feel like he went from like, I'm like this conquering guy with all these ships down to, I've got 4 friends. They lend me a hand when I need it.
Me and my 4 boys, we're out here doing big things.
These are the Chitauri, though, and the Chitauri were killed in Avengers 1, for the most part. And,
Were they? You're right.
I like this shot though.
Yeah, no, that is it. Were they all killed?
I mean, they sent a nuke to their big ship.
That's true. That's true.
Here, kid, play with this knife while I kill your entire planet. Half your planet. Does this bother you too? Him playing with the knife in his hand?
Yeah, because it's totally unrealistic.
Bye! No.
Maybe because his face has enough, like his chin is different enough. It doesn't feel enough like you can see Josh Brolin in it, but it doesn't. It's still an alien face, but his hands are still. They should just be big boy hands, but they're.
He's got these tiny hands.
I never really felt like I didn't think that scene was enough to convince me that Thanos really cared about Gamora, and that's all we really get. I feel like, unless I'm forgetting a scene.
You get his tears later.
Yeah.
Well, I meant before that.
No.
Nah,
I don't think there's
other
anything else.
flashbacks.
Yeah, I was never convinced that he liked her, and I was not sold by the eventual sacrifice.
Yeah.
That's honestly my biggest problem with the movie.
Yeah.
Gamora's death is so stupid.
If we had gotten a different scene there of one of her as a child,
The entire universe could be at risk.
you do almost need that scene and then one more scene.
Yeah.
But
But the movie's 2.5 hours already.
I know, right?
Hey man, the next one's gonna be like 3 hours and 20 minutes
Sweet, bring it on, baby.
with an intermission.
Trust me.
I hope so.
They're talking about doing it.
That'd be awesome. 2001 had a intermission, and it was
How
very
long
nice.
was it?
Well, that movie's 240.
Swear to me.
No, I mean like how long is the intermission?
Oh, 10 minutes. Maybe.
That's dope.
Plus, that movie has overtures, which is awesome. It's just a black screen with music. I really enjoyed that too. This kind of puts you in the mood.
Another great moment from Drax.
Dude. An hour?
Serious?
I've mastered the ability of standing so incredibly still that I've become invisible to the eye. Watch. You're eating his art now. My movement. So slow. That it's impressive. I'm sure that this
Hi, Drax.
So good. Sorry for that silence, everybody.
Had to enjoy that comedic gold there.
That was great. Big fan of Bautista.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's been a lot of fun to watch develop as an actor, like over time. He's become
so
really
good in
good.
Blade Runner.
Yeah.
He's in it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, maybe better. Let's put that on
Brett's trying to get the perfect picture. Picture. Reminds me of that video you sent me. Guantanamo.
It was super accurate though, right? Like
Yeah, it was exactly me.
As soon as I watched it, I thought of you.
That's what happens when you try and talk so fast.
Hey, Genie was in the back. Did you see that?
No.
Hey, look, it's that one hacker guy,
What?
Benicio del Toro, the hacker from Last Jedi.
Oh.
From Star Wars.
All I could think of was his role in Sicario. I was like, he's a hitman in Sicario.
No.
This is a clever use, I think, to reveal the Reality Stone and just
Yeah.
what it can do.
Last chance. Where's the stone?
Because I think up until now, I've thought Thanos has been just kind of like, obviously he's smart, but he's still kind of just a big bully.
Yeah.
And like this requires like
Thoughtful.
thought, planning ahead.
Yeah.
I know someone's coming, and I know who it is, and I know how to manipulate them.
What bothers me though is that like we don't see him get the stone. Like he's already got it.
Right.
That's 2 of the 3 he's got. We don't see him get. He just already has them.
Mm-hmm.
Thud.
I actually think this is maybe my favorite Chris Pratt scene. Like, he's so genuine.
Like when he shoots,
Like,
shoots Gamora.
During all of it. Like, in the first scene when he's just competing against Thor, we get a funny, quippy, like, oh, silly Star-Lord. And then the final scene that he's in the movie, we kind of hate him.
Yeah.
But this, it's like, he's being Star-Lord, and he's like, Gamora, go right. No, the other right. And then, yeah, when he ultimately has to decide to make that hard decision.
Yep.
I like that he makes it though.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, totally.
Thanos is dead. Movie over.
The clapping. Magnificent! Magnificent!
It's when you go, oh, frick, it wasn't real.
What?
I love Tavon's wave. Also, when he disappears, he's like, bye.
Yeah.
There's a little finger wave.
See you later. Yeah, I agree with you though. Like, even though we don't see him get it, like, this is an awesome example of what the Reality Stone can really do. Like, and I don't think there's a better way to do that than this scene. Like, this is perfect. But is it whatever he wants, or is it just an image of whatever he wants?
That's the thing. It doesn't seem to be permanent.
Right.
Because even once he leaves, Mantis and Drax just, like, after he does this thing, they go back to normal.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he can make it permanent, and he's just in a good mood today.
Let her go, Grimace.
Like to think of myself more as a titan killing
Gosh, the impossible decision.
I'd love to see a movie where this comes up again, and there's literally just no hesitation. Like,
Well,
it comes down to it where somebody gets captured, and maybe you don't know that the person is about to die, but all of a sudden they just get, like, sniped through the head or something. They're just like, sorry, I'm not letting you get caught. And, like, they have a good relationship like that, but it's just Boom.
Killmonger.
Well, with his girl though,
Yeah.
No.
Claw takes her and then he just shoots her.
we saw her for 10 seconds. I'm talking like we've seen. This is their third movie together now.
That's what makes it harder.
But like if he just would have like he walks out there and he just goes and just pops it. But I know it'd probably be Bubbles in this, but like try and pull that. I want to see a director try and pull that off.
And make it actually stick with the audience.
That's the thing. I don't know how you make it stick with the audience.
Also, I've never noticed that his gun has 3 triggers.
I think his gun can shoot different ways.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
super dope.
Like, it has a lightning mode, I'm pretty sure. That's what he does in the first Guardians.
Man, that sucks. So how does he get his gun back later?
He has 2.
He's probably got more on the ship.
That's true.
It's not like it's a crazy unique gun.
Satellites lost in some red.
On a stolen plane jet for the world's most wanted criminal.
You know they're only criminals because you've chosen to call them that, right, sir?
Thank God, Rhodes, your talent for rivals.
If it weren't for those awards, Vision would have been right here.
Every time I see Don Cheadle, I think of the Captain Planet thing.
I'm pretty sure I paid for that. You have second thoughts? I didn't
What up, Cap? How's it going, man?
I can't wait to see him with the star on his chest again.
It's gonna be good. He's gonna have that mail on.
The world's on fire. You think all is forgiven? I'm not looking for it. Way past that.
Oh, yeah.
Captain America always throwing out those hard lines, man.
Yep. Whew.
You want to stand in our way?
His suit is so filthy.
That's a court martial. It's great to see you.
I love how he just understands that, like,
We gotta use
Yeah.
all the help we can get.
it's nothing personal, right? Like,
It's been a rough couple of years.
Yeah, well, the hotel.
he's way past the little silly things, but he's way past the Accords and what those mean.
Well, they know they have to set all that aside right now anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, now we have to reference that quick, awkward love story from Age of Ultron. It's like, hey, and that's it. No.
And we're done. I love that he's like scared to make eye contact. He's like, I don't know what to do.
Where's Clint?
After the whole Accord situation, he and Scott took a deal. It was too tough on their families on our house arrest.
Who's Scott?
And a Spider-Man. I love Banner in this. Like,
Until he gets Vision stone.
Hold on, we have to protect it.
No, we have to destroy it.
Yep.
Put me back in the computer.
Listen to him.
we've got some. We had a discussion about this
Yeah.
a while ago. That was a really good one.
Sufficiently powerful energy source. Something
That was
Obviously,
a long time ago.
it was a long time ago, and we don't have time to discuss it here.
Yeah.
But just this idea of
And you with it.
the nobility of Vision wanting to sacrifice or being willing to sacrifice himself, and Cap's resilience that one life shouldn't stand, in the way. I can't remember the exact quote.
We don't trade lives.
Yeah, one life cannot stand in the way of defeating him, but it should. I love that line.
70 years ago, you laid down your life to save how many millions of people? Tell me, why is this any different? Because you chose. Your mind is made up of
Would you guys let Vision biff it in this situation?
Well, as a watcher, I agree. They should destroy it. In the situation, I would definitely. I'm pretty sure.
Right,
I'd
you
be
wouldn't-
like, no, we want to keep you alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's super powerful, and he's also like a friend of theirs.
Yeah.
They know him. You might as well try,
Yeah.
try something.
Unfortunately, it kind of bites them.
Yeah, well, I think it's one of those things where
Yes. Dude, when this music kicked in, dude, the theater went crazy again.
Stephanie's excited. She likes that Wakanda music.
What kind of music you like? Sorry.
Wow.
Had to do it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Everybody clap for Tyler's great pun. Pun king over there.
Here we go. And what of this one?
This is the longest the Podcats ever hung out with us.
Maybe. Also, the bloopers during this scene are so funny. Because the sheep will not shut up in the background. And Chadwick Boseman just keeps laughing. Or it's the goats, I guess. Oh yeah, that vibranium arm, baby.
Mhm.
So dope. I love the gold accent on it too.
Yeah. Pop, pop, pop. I kind of appreciate how this story is juggling like 4 storylines.
It does it really well.
It does it really well. Like I had almost forgotten about Doctor Strange and them, but they didn't linger away from it too long.
I was gonna say they put you on every group just long enough, like where
Like, and the
where
next one's gonna be Thor and
yeah.
that squad.
They just cycle you back through. Yeah, and
Right.
exactly, that's a good example. It garners up the excitement again, like every time. So this is a 2.5 hour long movie. It does not feel like it's 2.5 hours long. This movie moves,
Yeah.
and I love that. Also, Ebony Maw looks so good in this scene.
Yep.
See, I just think his head looks weird. What the?
I'm gonna hear it. Such a long way down, and I just thought about you. And now I gotta hear it. And this suit is ridiculously intuitive, by the way, so if anything, it's kind of...
That's like the idea in this movie that Peter and Tony really have this father-son relationship. That's such a thing like a teenager would say to
Yeah.
their dad.
Oh yeah.
Like, well, no, actually,
Well, it's kinda your fault.
Okay, that didn't really make sense, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Also, something you would say to your parents as a teenager.
What? Oh, it didn't really make sense.
Yeah. Doesn't really make sense, but you get my point. I love that the cape is just,
Yeah, it's just like one of the bros. Have you ever seen that really old movie Aliens?
They were originally designed for my usage.
Have you ever seen that really old movie Star Trek?
Daniel Fran's life in an instant.
I gotta tell you, he's not really my friend. Saving his life is more of a...
I've never noticed his eyes are purple.
Ebony Moss.
Iron Man's right there.
They were blue.
Well,
I think you should have your eyes checked out.
Yeah.
they weren't white. They were purple to me.
They're super blue.
Maybe there was just some red in the reflection or something. Except they're like LEDs. They're not reflective. That was very surprising to me
What are those?
in the theater.
Huh?
I was not expecting that at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's the crux of the Iron Spider suit. Like that's all it really adds.
Yeah.
That and some armor.
And he did.
But how did Doctor Strange not freeze?
He wasn't out there long enough, man.
Yeah, that's how space works. You can go out there just for a little bit.
Gotcha.
You don't get sucked in every direction.
Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't like
You don't freeze
Turn-
and implode. in
you don't look
space.
like a trash compactor, right? You don't look like you just went into one.
I seriously don't know how you fit your head into that.
I'm putting this cat into a catatonic state by petting its tummy. It's just like,
And due to that fact, we're now in a flying donut, place 2 miles worth with no backup. No, you're still there. Fuse disability. What is it?
Reward?
Doctor Strange.
Made up names. I'm Spider-Man then.
Last home. Stark. Yeah. Can you get us home? Yeah. I'm not so sure we should.
Yeet.
In those circumstances, can we bring the time stone to Thanos? I don't think you quite understand what's at stake here. It's you who doesn't understand that Thanos has been inside my head for 6 years, since he sent an army to New York, and now he's back. And I don't know what to do. So I'm not so sure if it's a better plan if I want Archer for his, but you saw what they did, what they killed him. We saw Mr. Fish not expecting it. So I say we take the fight to him.
I do really like how proactive Tony is in this. He's just like, yeah, we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
It's like he finally knows what the title fight is, right? And so he's ready. You know, he knows there's not going to be a training montage. That's what this whole last 10 years has been. So he's just, let's take him.
Yeah, let's fight. Let them fight.
Kid.
Congratulations, you did it.
Tom Holland also, like, just in that scene, or just in that shot, he had that, like, brief moment of, like, giddy joy, and then he, like, and then it,
Extreme
like
fear.
just the
Extreme acceptance of the responsibility.
right, yeah. Yep.
I got
Such
you
a
some
little-
applesauce.
Look at how bad that looks in his hand. Sorry, now I'm just gonna call out every time he's holding something.
I've never noticed it, but like earlier when it showed him like he had the gauntlet, and like the way he turned his hand, it looked horrible, and I was like, what the heck? And I've never noticed it. Like I've always thought it looks great, but like now that you've pointed out hands look weird, everything I see, I'm like, ah, it kind of looks bad. I don't understand why.
I noticed it when he was twirling the knife with little Gamora.
Told me that too.
Little Gamora, that's about the same size as she is now,
Yeah.
compared to him.
Yeah. They don't, whatever race, alien race she is, they don't grow height-wise. They just start to look older.
They're born at.
I want to know where her lines on her face come from, because in the kid version, she doesn't have them.
Those are machine parts. Because her and Nebula.
Oh, that's
fight.
right.
She's replaced with.
That's right. He
augmented.
fixes her with that.
She just
yeah.
doesn't have nearly as many because she
won.
hardly ever
Yeah.
lost. Yeah.
I've known nothing but full bellies.
Shout out Josh Brolin though.
Yeah.
He's good.
He does
Holy
do a
cow,
fantastic
he's
really
so
good.
good.
And I may talk crap about the hands, but like his mocap work is fantastic too, and the animation,
Yeah.
all really good. Really, really good.
Jack life will cease to exist. It needs correction.
You don't know that!
I'm the only one who knows that. At least I'm the
This is what I don't like about Thanos though. I just think his whole idea for all of this is kind of dumb.
that same will
Like, why does he want to be the hero?
on my side.
I think it, but I don't know if it's as much about being the hero as it is just doing what he thinks is necessary. Like, I guess he thinks he's the hero.
He's trying to save the universe.
Right.
What do heroes do? They try to save the world. They try to save the universe.
I just think it's kind of just a flawed perception of what needs to be done. He thinks that's the only option.
Well, it's built out of a known fear, right? Like, because of what happened on Titan.
Yeah.
He knows, that's his experience, and therefore, a way that he knows how, or a way he thinks he can correct that.
Oh my gosh, the cat just sneezed on me.
is by population reduction.
I mean, if he'd just go talk to the people on Earth, he'd be like, we need to do this. And we could just be like, actually, we just have forest fires here. Which,
we can just ration our food.
Yeah.
That was a really trippy
Yeah.
and well made shot.
Yeah. Very well done. Oh, bye, Podcat.
Podcat, no!
Very nearly succeeded. So I brought her here. To talk.
I've felt that Karen
Gillian?
Karen Gillan.
yes, has been underused as
Ruby
her
Roundhouse?
role as Nebula. She always does a really good job, but just there's not as much of a role for her. Like, she's obviously not one of the...
They don't give her enough to do.
Yeah. And mostly because not, she's definitely a support character. But...
Because I found the map to the soul stone, and I burned it to ash. I burned it.
Why didn't you send that over Snapchat so it disappeared?
Or just not tell anybody.
or just lie to her. Be
Or
like...
just not record everything
Yeah.
you talk about. That just seems like one of those
she might
things.
not know that she's recording her.
That's
a good
true.
point.
She looks super green in this scene because of the lighting.
There's a lot of...
Where are the other dogs going? Oh my gosh. Where's the soul stone? Irene can't he be trusted?
This is another scene where like Nebula is like totally willing to deal with the torture
Yeah.
in order for Gamora to not, like, she's shaking her head like, don't say it, just... She's like, please don't, and then she gives in anyways.
Yep.
Not to say that anybody could withstand watching their sister be
Everybody
tortured,
has a
yeah.
breaking point.
Yeah. But I mean, a little bit like what I was saying earlier. Like, I don't know. I don't know if the MCU has earned that with those two.
Yeah.
Like, they had a little bit of character development in Guardians 2.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's about it. You know.
Who's speaking? That's the total one I was going. It was an elective. Close.
I love that. It was an elective.
Raising the power of neutral star. It's the birthplace of my home.
It was truly awesome.
It just reminds me in Ragnarok when he's talking to Rockman about his hammer. Sounds like that was a pretty special hammer.
Oh, you pulled the hammer off. You pulled it off.
Yeah.
No, this time I think it might be true.
Keyword think. It might be.
Right.
Still got a mom now? Killed one of Duncan's. Right? Stabbed through the heart. You sure you're up to this particular murder mission? Absolutely. Rage and vengeance, anger, loss, regret, but all tremendous motivators.
This is maybe...
I love this scene.
This
Yeah.
performance is maybe one of my favorite Thor, like, performances of him as Thor.
Absolutely.
It's a good mix of his attitude from Ragnarok, but the seriousness that, you know, the first couple of his movies had. And
This scene is all I would have needed in Ragnarok to make Ragnarok a more believable movie.
Yep. Yes.
This is all I would have needed. Just him finally breaking. Like, man, like this has just been so tough. Mm-hmm. But we never get that in Ragnarok,
Right.
you know, and it really eats at me. But like when he breaks here, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was my biggest criticism in Ragnarok, is that like literally his whole life is just wiped out.
Yeah.
And he's just like, balls, buttholes. Like he just makes stupid jokes the whole time. Whereas like he finally has that moment where he's like, this is just too much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I needed. 5 minutes of it, and I'd have been good.
What's it look like? I'm Garrett Closet.
And now all he has to wear is a contact
Yeah.
instead of an eye
Eye
patch.
patch.
What's later that night? Oh, you sweet rabbit. Ooh. I need to watch that. The only way I could sneak it off the track sheet was up my...
Oh my gosh.
I don't think this thing works. Everything seems dark. It ain't the eye.
They do a good job of making it look just different enough that you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thor was my favorite character in this movie.
Dude, yeah.
He's definitely got the biggest arc. out
It's
of
like
all
him
of
and Thanos have the most screen time in the movie.
them.
He made that up. All words are made up.
I love that line. I had never noticed that before.
Brett, what do you think of the fonts that they use for the world, like each place they go? I know you talk about font in other movies. Do you like them in this one, or do you think they're too big? Or
I like them better than like in Civil War. Civil Wars are just,
Queens.
they're too big, and I think what I like about this is more of a serif classic like Trajan style font, and I think it has a little bit more of a timeless feel, especially when you're looking at things like ancient space races and the seriousness of it. So I like it a lot. And it looks really good with some of these like more mythical names.
right? Yeah.
Protect us! That's God. It's destroyed.
You didn't get the memo.
Love, what?
I made it, boy.
Oh, the video game still works.
hands.
300 clothes lifted.
Jeez. Does not look like 300 of them could fit on that.
I know.
There must be some extended
Some spare rooms.
working areas, living areas.
Harnessing the power of the spirit.
Build another gauntlet and steal the stones.
You don't have to get the whole gauntlet off,
Well,
just the stones.
That's what Endgame is gonna be.
There you go.
Who's gonna wear it?
Can you make a smaller gauntlet that fits on Brie Larson's hand?
Iron Man.
You think so?
He wears metal gloves all the time. All I'm saying, if it's Captain Marvel, I might be a little upset.
Can we have each of them have one stone and they all be like,
Doing something.
we're all in this together?
So Luke, I'm glad you said that, because while we're in the slowest part of the movie,
Yeah.
good time to talk about theories. If Captain Marvel shows up and she's the Avenger, the one who just does everything to beat Thanos in the end.
I didn't watch 10 years of movies to watch somebody else
That's
do it.
right,
Yeah.
and that's my thought process, and that's what I hate about this idea that she's going to be the one that puts him over the edge. Like, her movie came out a month ago. You know what I mean?
Ooh, freaking pwned, man. Freaking get some, douche. That's what you get. Oh, fix your leg, girl. Sorry. That was awesome.
But no, I agree with you when you say that. Like, I would hate it.
Yeah.
Her character design is so dope to me. I think it looks so awesome.
Yeah.
I just think it's dope that she's willing to shave her head
Yeah.
every time.
She does?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Get your hand inside the steering gimbal. Close as grip. Hand? Yes, now I have one big guy, so we gotta move at the same time.
That shows how smart he is with technology, and I love it. He can just kind of he's been in it for a while, but he's like, okay,
I get how this
here's
works.
the steering phone.
Oh. Strange with a magic dome of protection.
The shield of Succotash.
I feel like
Succotash.
you're making up words.
Well, I don't know his actual spells because they're very strange.
No, you were supposed to say all words are made up.
So,
Sorry.
Luke, you know you like that he's like really smart around technology. The X-Men Forge, that's his thing. Like, he just gets all technology, and he can make pretty much anything. I think that'd be really cool to do as like a secondary character in an X-Men movie.
I'm trying to say that something is coming.
He's still like figuring out that spidey sense
Yeah.
and how to not.
How to read it.
How to read it.
understand it.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah.
This is a great scene. This is like the whole fight in Civil War should have been, right? Like, ha ha ha. Oh, we probably shouldn't hate each other.
Don't
Please don't put your eggs in me. I imagine this fight would work just as well
Die, blanket of death.
with the Battle of Hoth music.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
It would work.
chill the F out.
I'm gonna ask you this one time. Where is Kumar? Who's Kumar? You want better. Let's do it. You shoot my
I love how Tony just like.
I can take it.
She's right
You wanna tell me where she is? That's fine. I'll kill three of you and I'll beat it out of Thanos myself. Let me ask you this one time. What master do you serve? Master you would serve, what am I supposed to say?
Jesus.
So, yeah, that's her. With Thanos? You're gonna kill Thanos. My God, who are you?
Or the Avengers, man.
You're the ones Thor told us about.
You know Thanos?
Oh.
What a great,
Yeah.
hilarious sequence.
Sorry we didn't talk through that, but
It's just so funny.
it's so funny.
I hope that like in Endgame when they all like I know it's gonna be way darker, but like when they all meet up with each other for the first time, like we have that kind of banter.
Mm-hmm.
King's weapon. To get the greatest honesty.
Well, you were just saving it.
You don't
Saving
say
it for a rainy day.
you don't say in a forge that you have molds, huh? Weird.
Oh, I love that name.
I wish they would have gone with its actual name.
Ooh, which is?
I don't know it.
Nah, then you can't.
I don't know how to say it. It's Norse. I'll look it up and I'll try and pronounce it.
Yes.
But Stormbreaker is its translation.
I think that's a pretty badass translation.
Would it be Anglo-Saxon that it's actually the language it's in?
Maybe. I don't know. Mantis.
Use it. Alright, I have a plan. It's the beginning one. It's pretty simple. We throw him in, pin him down, get what we need. Definitely don't want to answer this guy. We just want to. Are you yawning? You know this while I'm breaking it down? Huh? Did you hear what I said? Stop listening after you said you need a plan. Not winging it isn't really what they do. What exactly is it that they do?
Pick names.
Yeah, that's right.
They're just like, we cannot deal with these people. This is
See, and that's like the stuff I look forward to is like an in game. It's gonna be so many people who would never work together, and it's gonna be so much fun.
We've got to call this. Because if all we come at him with is a plucky attitude, dude, don't call us plucky.
We don't know what it means.
I like your plan, except it
sucks.
We do the plan, and that way it might be really good. It's all about the dance off. Dance off. It's not a.
All right, so
I love how he goes from it's nothing to exactly like.
Is it still the greatest movie in history?
the name of the axe is Yarn Bjorn.
I'm half human, which is that 50% of me that's stupid. That's 100%.
JARNBJORN.
The 50% of me that's stupid, that's 100% of you. Your math is blowing my mind.
Luke, that name does look really cool, but I don't think it sounds as good as it looks. Unless maybe it sounds better coming from a native Norse speaker.
Well, you're wrong, but okay.
See all the possible.
It's just they won't ever call it that. Just like they hardly ever reference Hammer as Mjolnir.
Right. Right.
One.
I loved, like, after this movie, everybody's like, did they say the title in the movie? And they're like, no.
Yeah.
And then the title comes out like, yeah.
Yeah. We just couldn't say yes at the time, guys. Sorry.
Vormir looks dope.
I do love the look of
I love the
Vormir.
color scheme for
Yep.
this whole thing.
So when we were in theaters and we showed up here, I was like, what is going to happen here? And the instant Cloaked Boy said one word, I was like, Red Skull. The instant.
Oh,
he said
yeah.
one word.
Because this stone was in the first Captain America, right?
No.
No?
Tesseract was.
Tesseract.
Oh.
was.
Man. Was
Yeah,
this
there's
one in
not-
any movies?
No.
No, this is the first one it's in.
Wow. That's why it was such a mystery.
Yeah.
Like right away, I was like, oh my gosh, Red Skull's back.
I can attest to that. I do remember hearing Luke freak
I was
out.
like slapping him. Like, oh my god, it's Red Skull.
And I was just like, what? I think I audibly said what to you. Like, not whispering at all. I think I was just like, what?
Also, just this dude who impersonated Hugo Weaving, good job.
Very
Yeah.
good job.
Everybody thought it was Hugo.
Yep. Yeah, as soon as I saw this, I was like, this was like his most hated role. How did they get him to come back?
Yeah.
Well, they didn't.
Yeah. He should have. He would have made like $300 million probably.
I'm not sure you're aware of how money works.
Well, it depends how you sign it. If you signed a percentage clause as opposed to an upfront clause.
I'm not sure you're aware of how much money people make.
I think you're unaware about how long movies keep making money.
I don't know.
Like, after all the toy percentages, after revenue from box office, and then just DVD sales, he'd be raking it in. And he could have gotten a large percentage if they really wanted him.
Most actors these days aren't offered that kind of a deal.
It's because Jack Nicholson made bank off the Batman.
Most TV shows still have that because it's, you know, that. But
I'm just
most
saying,
actors are cut. They get a check, and that's the end of it.
if they really wanted him, he could have been laying in a big pile of money.
I don't think it would have been that big.
I'm saying,
I know.
really wanted him,
I
Brett.
know. I don't think they really wanted him.
Instead, this dude probably got $20,000.
Soul for a soul.
He's like, oh, I have to kill this girl? Okay, that's okay.
This was in our theater was like audible gasps when
This is
people
so
said that.
stupid.
All my life, I dreamed of the day.
So I like it.
This part kills me. I'm with Luke in this.
So
This is so stupid. I can't stand this.
I like it, but again, much like the Nebula thing, I don't think it's earned. Right? They probably needed another movie that really explored Gamora and Thanos' relationship. But you that's not going to be a movie they make.
Yeah.
The universe has judged you.
No, it hasn't, because he still gets what he wants.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she's wrong here.
But like,
But I'm with Luke. I don't feel like...
besides just the motivation and like how it wasn't earned, I just think it's stupid. He throws her off a cliff. She survives way worse.
She gets hit by a freaking spaceship in Guardians 2.
Okay, yes, I agree with you there.
She falls way farther in Guardians 2 and then is caught by Gamora. That would just rip your arm off. If anything, if you
Caught by her, who?
Nebula.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, Nebula. Yeah, I got him. Yeah,
I was gonna say she caught herself?
Yeah.
What?
she's
What
real
you guys
athletic.
don't know, what you guys don't see is that when she falls, she's going through invisible rings.
That is like
actually...
50 feet. That is like 50 feet. There's real humans that have survived worse than that, probably. I mean, they're broken beyond belief, but...
I also hate that, like, if you love someone, typically they know it. His daughter has no idea that she's the one who's getting killed until, like, right about now.
Right
Or she's
here,
like,
yeah.
oh, crap.
Oh, the bubbles again. I mean, I might have I'll defend the concept here in terms of like, but I mean, I think there's a argument to be made. If you really love someone, would you do this?
No.
Is that love? I would argue. I would argue no.
But that just goes back to the weird part of his
Right.
his motivation.
but
Is
See, the thing
His
about it...
worldview is so twisted.
Also, I guess depending on how you... We're getting, I guess, a little deep and theological here. Depending on how you
philosophical.
define love, if you really loved them, you would sacrifice yourself. Wouldn't you?
Going back to a scene earlier in this movie, if Star-Lord really loved Gamora, he would pull the trigger, which he did, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that kills her.
because she was willing to sacrifice herself so that he would never get the stone.
But that has nothing to do with
No, I get what
Quill's
you're
love
saying,
for
right.
Gamora. Like, there's certainly we're getting to the worst hand.
Here's the other
CGI
part
right
about this.
here.
This is so stupid. Now he has the stone. It's already on the gauntlet.
No, it's not. It's in his hand.
Oh. So he just wakes up from his dream and now he's got it. All right. Moving on.
Nailed it.
All right. Back to Wakanda. Stephanie, you excited?
Oh,
Stephanie's no longer here.
She bailed a long time ago. Bye, Steph. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Yee. Love it.
I can imagine like everybody who's been like on that plane who hasn't been to Wakanda would have been like, "Yo, what the?
You're about to hit a tree. You're about to hit a tree. Oh, what? What's going on here?
What did you imagine?
Gosh, the more I watch that, or like the more we talk about that Soul Stone scene, the more it pisses me off. Yeet.
I just think it supports my continued theory that you guys just can't stand it when protagonists die.
No, I love when protagonists die when it's earned.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
I'm all for protagonists dying. I actually prefer protagonists to die. The reason one of the biggest problems I have with this movie is that nobody that matters dies.
2 favorite movies, Brett. Can you name them? Mine.
My stable 100-year-old man.
I can name your favorite.
BVS.
Spoilers. Also, if you haven't seen these.
No, go for it. Quick, because I want to get back to this movie.
Braveheart and Gladiator.
Okay.
Both where the protagonists die.
Both were the Oh, no, I won't go there.
Discussion for another time.
Indeed.
Fracture is polymorphic.
Sure.
You have to attach each neuron not sequentially.
I love their discussion.
And access to work.
And by discussion, I just mean Shuri's schooling him.
Didn't think of it.
I'm sure you did your best. Can you do it? Yes, but there are more than 2 trillion.
Can you build it? Yes, we can.
Cascade of circuit failures. It'll take time, Evan.
I'm gonna wreck it.
How long?
As long as you can give me.
Something's under the atmosphere.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, Star Destroyers.
Also, it has
Pizza slices.
Yeah. They kind of do look like Star Destroyers and or pizza slices from one angle.
Hey, Cap, we got a situation here.
Very strong shield. This blows my
Very,
mind. Just not even
very
affected.
strong shield. They course corrected pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Whee!
Also, I want to talk about unsurvivable physics. Any of those creatures that were in those ships should definitely be dead now.
What if
They
they were
should
in zero
not-
G suspension? I just made things up. I don't know if
I
that's
was
a thing.
gonna say, what if they were in like some sort of jello
And they just
and they just
they just wiggle for a bit and they're
Yeah.
like, all right, let's go kick some butt.
exactly they just gotta like eat their way out.
Yeah, ooh, I want to be on that ship. Even though they never
I'm
really
sad.
get him a
I'm
shield.
sad they don't. They give him 2 mini shields. Not the same thing.
He beats the piss out of people with those mini shields.
He
though.
does.
Dude,
I'm not saying
I'm-
he's ineffective with them.
When he
is
gets
quite
that
effective
shield
with
in Endgame, I'm going to lose it. I was like cried just during the Super Bowl trailer when they showed it.
I have a really, really good feeling I'm gonna love Endgame, because it's finally gonna be a movie after 10 years where there's stakes.
Yeah. Here's some talk about like Gamora. Obviously, Thor's not Gamora, but Gamora couldn't survive her 50-foot fall. But Thor can do this.
Can eat the power of a star.
he can like rip through that metal and then stop it, and then again these. Yeah, it's hilarious and awesome and unbelievable, and I love it.
I
This
love
is-
the design of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Looks awesome.
This is just the one scene in the movie where I was like, it's not a bad scene. It's just, to me, is like the most boring scene.
Oh, dude, this part.
This part's dope, but like everything before this
Oh,
is just
up to
like,
this?
yeah, I'm good.
It's shiny.
It's so,
I love it.
it's so beautiful.
I'm going to steal it.
I mean, it's so well. Yeah, it's so well designed.
Damn it. The mechanism is crippled. What? The iris fluid
Excuse me.
He just looks so short there. Like,
And every other scene, he's looked ginormous.
yeah, and like there, it's like, oh yeah, he's a little person.
Whee!
I don't know how to say that without like sounding mean. to him.
Insensitive?
Yeah.
These remind me of the desert scenes in Star Wars. The little cars that are on.
Oh, yeah, a little bit. Just some like bigger versions of them.
Of the land speeders.
Actually, so I think the Hulkbuster might be some of the weaker CGI in this film.
The weakest CGI in this film is at the end
Yep.
with Rhodey and
And the
Banner.
Hulkbuster, yeah.
Yeah.
where you're just like, "Yee."
Ugh.
Thankfully, it's really quick.
Yeah, it doesn't last long.
Yeah. Also, where were these, like, the male warriors of Wakanda?
Oh, the guys in the purple?
Yeah. Where were they in Black Panther?
They
were,
they're another tribe, aren't they?
It's not
Rhino
what,
Boy.
but
Rhino
now
Man.
they have different robes that are like different because they all had like the.
Well, they
Like,
went through the whole like.
They have the shoulder. They have
It's
the,
a revolution, and now they had to rebrand because that
Oh,
didn't go
yeah.
out well.
Yeah. Go away.
He will pay for his life with yours. Thanos will have that stone.
That's kind of that was kind of a clever move on the Black Warrior's part to be like, we're gonna act like this guy who got wounded died, and we'll drop him in behind enemy lines later.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think they totally buy it,
Yeah.
and I more or less bought it when
Because you forget
you're
about
watching.
it.
Yeah, you forget
Yeah,
about it.
it's
You're
like, oh, wait.
yeah, did he die? I can't remember. There's too much going on. Oh, seizure warning. These guys are creepy.
The Outriders.
Is that what they're called?
Mm-hmm.
Where are they from?
Space.
Oh.
They won't wait. I remember this from the trailers, and I was like, "Ooh,
Oh, jeez.
this is gonna be fun."
Kind of think of these guys as just like
Cannon fodder.
they're like the Chitauri, but not as cool.
They remind me of monsters from Doom.
Yeah.
She looks so dope.
I love her horns.
They've broken through.
See, they're behind the dudes with the
Yeah,
shield
I think you're right.
capes.
I, think
I don't
they
know
might
where
be
they
a
came
different-
from.
A different tribe or something.
Yes. I'll never get tired of those shots of Falcon flying over and shooting people.
Falcon's he's such a cool Avenger that, you know, as the kind of like one of the secondary Avengers, he doesn't get his proper due.
Him and his Uzis, man.
Yep.
Rhodey was on a 7-kill streak, got his airstrike called in. See, once again, man, this just speaks to how incredibly paced this movie is. I do not feel like I've been watching this movie for 2 hours.
Yeah.
We're literally 30 minutes away from the end of this movie.
Oh boy, yeah.
Isn't that
It's
crazy? It's so I've watched this movie. This is my 5th time watching it. It just blows me away.
Oh, Cap.
Hulkbuster looks so awesome there. Just surrounded by Wakandan warriors. I'm just like, oh, that's so cool.
His running looks bad there, though. Looks like he's running on a treadmill, but it's moving forward.
And I love watching Black Panther and Cap just go out.
Sprint, yeah.
They really just need to open and close that section and just cut them as they go through.
Does he have the eyes open on his suit? I've never noticed that. It kind of looked like he did.
I wasn't not paying attention to that.
No, he doesn't.
I don't
Okay.
think so.
I thought he did at first. I was like, why would you do that? It doesn't seem practical.
Might get sand in
Incredibly
your
poor
eyes.
decision.
Ooh, it's Mr. Olympia time, baby.
Heck yeah.
Oh, Stephanie went to bed already. She's not gonna get to see it.
Just go wake her up.
Don't worry. I'll enjoy it as much as she would have.
This is an epic shot.
It's like this dude's an idiot. Tyler's gonna snap a pic to his wife.
Oh. Beast mode.
Also, the soundtrack
For this scene or the whole movie?
The whole movie.
Well, yeah, the whole movie's great.
is so good. Specifically the scene, though, too. It's so good. And I'm so glad Alan Silvestri is back. Sorry, I hit my mic again, everybody.
Oh. This is why we can't have nice things, Luke.
It's okay, it's my mic.
Oh man. I was expecting good. I wasn't expecting that.
That makes me nervous.
Get up, Thor.
Do something.
He took just a absolute shot there.
Yeah.
Come on, Groot.
I'm just impressed he was able to escape the gravity of a neutron star.
You know, physics
Physics
and
and
stuff.
stuff.
It doesn't
He's a
count
god,
in
man.
movies.
He was unconscious. Okay, this. Oh.
This is Groot's contribution to the movie.
And if
Well, and the Battle of Wakanda.
Well, right, but this
No,
is like
but-
his big like moment. This is Groot's
this is
moment.
when he stopped being a teenager
Yeah.
and became a man.
this makes all of the rest of Groot's kind of worthless in this movie up until this point. Like he has some funny moments, but this is just epic. And yeah, it gives me goosebumps.
So good. Oh man, I'm so freaking jacked for this freaking fight.
Yeah, dude.
I'm so excited.
In my mind, I'm just thinking Kratos.
Oh.
There's my ranger suit, just going to town.
Yep.
Yep.
Ugh, face plant.
He seems to have more ammo than you, though.
Yeah,
You guys run out of ammo?
sometimes.
Oh, I never do. Even when I am using guns.
Sorry, we're talking about Anthem now.
Talking about the Iron Man simulator.
The Iron. Well, yeah. So there's the Colossus going down.
Well, at least he used his shout, and he's taking a lot of aggro here. That's good.
I'm waiting for
Rainbow Road.
Ah, this music.
Oh my gosh.
With this.
This whole intro right here is so good.
This is
This also.
maybe
Like-
the greatest superhero entrance of all time. Like,
This,
it's so good.
So yeah, the theater was going crazy, and then horrible CGI.
They're like, what?
Bring me Thanos.
When did he get his super dope suit too?
It comes with the hammer.
It's
Oh, okay.
Like, he does it in the first Thor as well.
Oh, that's right, he does.
yeah, it like
And the second one.
Yeah.
makes itself around him.
Yeah, we don't talk about the second Thor movie.
We don't talk about that first Thor movie that much either, to be honest.
I mean, we can kind of talk about that one from time to time.
I don't like that movie.
I don't like any of the Thor movies.
That's okay.
For some reason, I love Ragnarok, and I don't know why.
You're much more Thanos.
He's like, who dis?
I feel like he got less purple, but maybe just because
The sun is shining.
it's yellow light on him now versus the cooler blue light.
I love the memes of the "This day extracts a heavy toll" that are on the internet, man.
Yes. Your home. Was.
I don't like the like red line,
The wipe.
the wipe, because it feels so
Would you rather it just all sun go whoosh?
yeah,
Just appear?
I think so, because it literally feels like a scene wipe. I mean, as someone who makes videos and
Yeah.
deals with transitions, like it just feels like a
Feels like a loading screen.
It just feels like yeah. Because
It feels
doesn't
like
have any dimension to it.
It feels like a.
I feel like he's standing in front of a green screen.
Yes.
Yeah.
It feels like an editing thing.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we've added this, wipe it, and there. Okay, there it is. All right, what can we change? Like,
Right.
I don't know if that's how that kind of stuff works, but that's what it makes me think about.
Mm-hmm.
I finally rest. Watch the sunrise in a grateful universe.
Define grateful.
Lots of funerals.
See, like-
lots of funerals and everybody hates me.
Yeah, grateful. Ah.
Hour.
Oof. Brutal.
The stop sign is going crazy.
I think my favorite part of Tony's suit, you know, we kind of talked about the how it doesn't impress us. I love how it like his attachments that it creates.
Yeah.
Are dope.
I think it would look cooler if it wasn't so form-fitting.
Yeah, sure. I would agree with that.
If it had a little more like square edges too,
Uh-huh.
I think it'd make it look a little better.
Did not hear that the first time I saw it.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
And I was so confused about why he was not using the gauntlet.
More magic! Magic with a kick!
Oof.
There's the Ranger alt, baby.
Dude, when you use a Ranger ult while flying, though, it seriously feels so cool.
Yeah.
I love how Thanos uses
Their attacks against
the
him?
gauntlet to essentially it's a countering mechanism most of the time.
Yeah.
Now until he like
More
I'm
so-
gonna throw a moon at you.
Yeah, more so than an offensive weapon. He uses it as.
Nebula enters the fight.
I don't know why she's swinging. She knows it's not gonna like hurt him, right?
Maybe if you swing enough.
Maybe.
Back of the knee shot.
Should kick him in the balls.
Oh,
Whatever Quill's little magnet things are, them things are strong.
they are also no magnet on that hand, so I don't know how that's working, but
I think it's just a gravity thing.
Yeah.
maybe he can. It's programmable.
Their plan works to
grab anything.
perfection.
It really does. Shout out to, or props to Doctor Strange for clearly giving them quality instructions.
Ginormous.
And here we go. The big controversial part of the film.
This is like one of those things. Like I hear people say like, "Oh, that's so much plot convenience," and usually it's like something like way smaller than this.
Yeah.
This is the biggest plot convenience thing I've ever seen.
He's in anguish.
Gamora just needs, or not Gamora, Mantis needs to
Not talk.
not talk. I don't know why she feels the need to talk. I know that he's powerful and like she's probably just getting overwhelmed with all of
Sadness.
his emotions.
So
But
that, and then like Doctor Strange watched Homeboy's arm get cut off earlier. Why would you not just do it here?
because he looked at 14 billion possibilities and there's only one in
I
which
guess.
they win.
I guess. Yeah.
So kind of what I was saying before about, do you have the guts to shoot somebody that if you love them? Like, this would be the opposite part. Like, somebody just shoots them and be like, man, I
Just yeah,
I
they
cared
could-
about it. Like, that would have been crazy.
Oh,
They
like,
totally could kill him right here.
like kill Quill. Are you talking about Quill or
Both of them. You could kill either of them in this situation.
that was so heartbreaking in the theater just to be like, no, Peter almost had it.
That's so dope.
Peter Parker, not Peter Quill. Too many Peters.
Peter.
That's a dope shot.
I like that Tony gets a little one-on-one with him.
Yeah.
You know
Also-
what I really like about the
Totally
scene?
deserves it.
Not trying to sound morbid, but I really like the moment you realize that Tony accepts that he's gonna die.
Yeah.
I love that moment.
I love his line when he comes back to the fight. If you throw another moon at me, I'm going to lose it.
Shuri doing big things. That was dope.
Donk.
Does he have a metal hand now? He does. He has like a claw for a hand.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is a great moment too. Oh.
He just doesn't deal with it.
Oh, I'll get that arm.
I hope he steals it in Endgame. No.
Oh, it's gone.
Bucky
It disappeared.
It's
yeah.
gone, yeah.
Oh!
Tree.
Clearly did not take the
great
elective.
speech.
He did not.
The elective Groot course at Brooklyn High School.
Yeah.
In the 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, why didn't you lead with that?
See, his eyes opens there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they must just have a moment for certain scenes where they needs to show emotion. Yeah, I don't think your machine guns are gonna do much.
I love Rhodey's suit.
Rhodey's is, yeah. And
I was wondering when Magneto's powers would show up in the MCU.
good question.
Same thing the audience was thinking.
I'm excited to see her gauntlets. I love those things. Especially in Black Panther. Speaking of, if you haven't watched our Black Panther commentary, it's available on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, and probably anywhere else you get our stuff.
This is our second MCU movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Donk. Right in the dome.
Headshot.
As will you. She's not alone.
Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun.
Dun-dun. Dun-dun.
Michonne ain't here to mess around.
This is a dope fight scene.
I just love hand-to-hand stuff.
Yeah.
It's always better. Especially if it's done well.
Mm-hmm. Oof.
Fine, I'll do it myself. I can't remember how he dies.
Just like this.
Okay, I've been thinking about that for a while now. I'm like, how does he die? That's right.
He was
right.
blown to bits.
Yep.
Yeah, you do.
Reminds me of a Super Smash Bros. Stage. Like, things just come flying out of nowhere. Like, what the?
And also, a 3-way battle is turned into a 2-on-1.
Yeah.
There's always 2 people teaming up against that one person.
Yeah.
Really good. Aw, you'll be alright, Vision. You're a robot.
I think this is probably the point where even if I was Steve Rogers,
You'd be like, okay, we gotta destroy the thing.
it's too late, man. I'd be like, Vision, are we doing this? And then if he still says yes, like, all right, we're doing it. Whoop.
Yoink. She got full yoinked. It's a 10 out of 10 on the yoink scale.
On the yoink scale?
I'm glad Steve gets a moment to fight one-on-one, too.
Yeah.
Don't give up, Steve. Don't give up. Ooh. Ooh. Ouchie. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie.
Stab through the heart.
And you're too late. And I'm
Stabbed
glitching.
by Vision. That's his name. 11 the trailer. He didn't have those
The legs.
the legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing how much they can just kind of pick and choose what to remove.
Yeah, I know, it's
Marvel's
crazy.
really good at that.
Yeah,
they
they're-
do a great job.
And they do it all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me of Darkseid's Omega Beams. And
Yeah. And this is where you realize how powerful Doctor Strange is. He's just, like, and stop his attack just like that with some butterflies.
He's one-on-oneing 4 Infinity Stones. 4 Infinity Stones?
4, yeah.
4.
I just remember in this scene, I don't, Luke, you may remember, but I was just like, yo! It's like, what is happening?
So, he uses... I'm always trying to find places where he uses the Soul Stone, and that's one of the places he uses it.
You never once chose your greatest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it glows on his fist, because I think he uses the power in the Soul Stone to destroy the ones that don't have souls, to find the real one.
Interesting.
Did you look that up?
No, I just saw that now.
Star.
I could be totally wrong. If I am, I don't care, but
The only curse is you.
Ah!
just takes it.
He's just a tank.
This is how... Every time I watch this scene, I'm like, man, this is how Cyborg should have been used.
Yeah.
Marvel just did it so much better.
I love here at the end when he's running out of...
For a drop of blood.
When his nanotech, he's running out of it,
Yeah.
and it starts...
Like stealing parts from different parts of
Yep.
the body.
That's such a cool visual.
Yeah.
It was at this moment everybody was like, oh man, he's biffing it.
Oh, no. Yeah, right here.
Yeah, it like focuses into different parts of the suit. That is dope.
Oh. Still hurts, man.
Should he have died?
Well, no. Because
But because of the time stone being passed off, Thanos lets him live.
are you asking in terms of like, should he have like from a story perspective, like would this movie have been better if he had died?
Whatever. Like, however you want to answer it.
If this was the one and only movie and they defeat Thanos another way, or if they defeat Thanos in this movie, yes, he should have died.
Okay. But since there's another one.
Because there's another one and they're teaming up the original Avengers again. No, he needed to live.
Give you the stone. No tricks.
This is why
he knows that Stark has to be there for them to
Yeah.
win.
Yeah.
because he's gonna wear the gauntlet in his vision or whatever.
You think
He saw him wearing the gauntlet. That's what I think.
It's your prediction.
Yeah.
We'll have more predictions during the credits. I love how he still has his scars on his hands.
huge fan of that.
Yep. Good continuity there.
I wonder if Derrickson had anything to do with Doctor Strange's stuff in this movie.
Should look
I
in the
don't
credits.
remember.
If he's a producer, then probably.
Because I mean, obviously they liked what he did because he's back. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
One to go.
wish he would have said like a little rhyme. And I'm out.
Did we just lose? I actually really do like what he says.
Yeah.
It's just like, did we just lose? Because I mean, they're the heroes. They usually win.
They're not used to that.
Did we just lose?
I really
Why
hope
would
that
you
comes
do
through.
that?
Me
I
too.
really hope that comes through.
I feel like I've heard that. somewhere.
There was.
Future huzzah.
Yeah, right.
Boom. That looked a lot cooler in IMAX than it just did now.
Thor, oh please.
It's
OP,
amazing.
please nerf.
Yeah.
I say definitely not.
Thor character overpowered.
What is it?
Oh man, he's good.
It's dope.
Perfect.
You need him that powerful if you're gonna take on Thanos. Oh, I just realized that if my prediction for Endgame comes true, I don't know if we'll ever see Doctor Strange and Thor together. That would be a ridiculously powerful combo.
Do you think they're not going to see each other? Because you think Thor's going to die, or Doctor Strange just won't meet him because he'll be dusted the whole time?
Yeah, my theory comes down to all of the ones who were dusted don't come back until the very, very end.
Okay.
After the originals have sacrificed themselves.
So you think all the originals are Gonzo?
I don't know if all of the originals, but a majority. At least Cap and Iron Man. Probably, I don't know about Clint. Maybe Clint. Could see Clint. Sorry, we're not talking about the actual scene.
No, it's okay.
Yes,
It's time.
it's
just
time. No,
just
it's
kill me
time.
now. Like,
You must do it. Please.
Carl, the podcat is back and he's trying to eat our popcorn. I feel like I needed to update everyone on the podcat status.
he is eyeing it.
He's eyeing it. Oh, he'll eat it if you let him.
Let him. Will he get sick?
Yeah, well,
Oh, don't
actually
let him.
eat it.
It should
But it is fun to watch.
It's a lie. You could never hurt me.
Tyler.
He's like, yo, why'd you do that, man?
Hey, that
I
was
just
my
wanted
popcorn.
I just wanted to touch it.
He's like still staring down, like,
Where'd it go? Good music here.
yeah. Great scene.
Great scene.
And like in this moment in the movie, like you don't even consider the fact that he is the time stone.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, nice.
He's just taking them out one at a time. And again, it's not even that, like, his philosophy. Like, he's not here to kill them. Like,
Yeah.
he wants Fate to do that, right? He wants the Snap to do that. He's just knocking them out of the way, pushing him down because they're really not a threat to him.
Yeah.
See, and like, I guess I just wanted more. Like,
Oh, this is. I almost wish they hadn't spoiled that in the trailer, but in the trailer that gave me goosebumps. In the theater that gave me goosebumps.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You should like die from that.
yeah. I just like when you're talking about like he doesn't want to kill them, he just wants fate to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like they really built Thanos up to be this big scary dude, and then like when he finally shows up, he's not even there to really.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, he's still a great character. That kind of bothered me.
Sure, I think story-wise, you can make the argument that, you know, as he acquires the stones, as he becomes more powerful, that
he becomes the Mad Titan.
He's less of a. He doesn't need to use physical force as much, and so he doesn't, you know. He doesn't have to be this big scary figure. He can be the man on the throne who just says, "You
do what I
there."
want you to do."
Right.
I think he's the Mad Titan though in the comics because he's the one who kills Titan. He does it to seduce Lady Death. 'Cause
Right,
he's in love with her.
Which would have been so much cooler. I know they can't really do that.
Yeah, it's. I think it works better in comics. I don't know how well that would have worked.
Yeah.
In the movie.
Yeah.
This was one of those moments where people were freaking out.
There's like, oh frick, I forgot about that.
That's exactly what I was saying. You're like, you totally don't even think about it.
Yeah.
You're like, ah, frick.
No. And the ease in which he pulls this thing out is just terrifying. Also, I guess the stones just kind of like magically reshaped to fit in the gauntlet, right? Because it's not the right size at all.
Why does this color go away?
Because he's dead.
It provided saturation.
I mean, also he can change his color. Like he
That's
can look
true.
human.
Yeah, he can. Good call. This is dope. I like all the colors like flowing through him.
Yoink. I was like, at this moment, I was like, oh my gosh, are they actually gonna win?
Isn't it great how they keep you going back and forth the entire movie? Oh.
I wonder what he'll be like at the beginning of Endgame. Like, is he still gonna be all messed up?
It just depends on how.
I think he heals himself.
He doesn't look as bad.
I'm pretty sure he uses the time stone to heal himself when he disappears.
Oh, yep.
Well, so we're not sure what this is.
We're in Soul World right now.
Yeah. Unconfirmed, or was that confirmed?
Oh man, I forgot about my. Oh, I don't know. Forgot about my theory that Gamora's gonna do the killing to flip the script from how she got killed by Thanos. Gotcha. That was my original theory because I think she's coming back. Yeah, that's still my theory. Iron Man wields the gauntlet, but she throws the sword through his face. It cost 1 drop of blood from my cheek.
Yeah. Was instantly healed. Oof, that's in rough shape.
See right here, I think he heals himself.
So if he heals himself, I think it's done off screen.
No, the time stone goes green, and the space stone glows blue.
Right, but that was blue.
Where'd you go?
No, his chest is green, and on the gauntlet, it glows.
Oh, gotcha. Oh no.
Oh, bye, Felicia.
And this is when people started freaking out. I mean,
Right there, everybody was like, oh my gosh. It's really when Black Panther vests, where people either went, oh my gosh, or, oh.
oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, oh, okay. It's fine.
Yeah, like right here, I was just like, oh man, they're really doing this.
Like, you think she's gonna disappear.
This is such a good, yeah.
But, like, right there is when I was like,
Yeah,
it will be fine.
And no.
Which was kind of, it's unfortunate.
it's kind of
Yeah, it
it
really
was just
is.
kind of disappointing.
And I think most comic book readers and fans, people who watch this stuff all the time, it's like, oh. But more general audience people would be like, that was my favorite Marvel movie character
Yeah.
that you just disappeared. Thank you.
Yeah.
nobody really cared about that one.
Well, I don't know.
Somebody did, Tyler.
I think a lot of, like, when we talk about general, like, general audience, like, I don't know who you guys, like, who those people are to you.
like my mom.
Right, like, my mom,
Although my mom hasn't seen this.
my parents would not necessarily know that there's a Black Panther 2
Yeah,
coming out.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
so there, the impact was not lessened because of that. And while initially I was disappointed about this, I'm now very excited about Endgame and what opportunities they have for the one last hurrah for the OG Avenger team.
Yeah. It was the only way.
There was no other way.
Oh, that was close.
Same sentiment.
You're right.
Can you imagine being the animators who worked on this?
having to keep it a secret
Yeah.
forever.
Oh, man.
Like coming home to your
What'd you do at work today?
family.
Just, I mainly just dusted the office, honey.
I did a lot of cleaning.
They hid that in the trailer too.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that shot right there is in the trailer of him, like,
Yeah,
but there's no
dust.
dust in the background.
The character everybody forgets about, Nebula. In the Endgame trailer, everybody's like, oh my gosh, he's out there by himself. And Nebula's like, nope,
I'm
still
here
here.
too.
just chilling. That shot right there is in the trailer.
Yeah. Not that one, though.
All these people are dead, and you're worried about Vision. Vision ain't coming back, homie. He got a hole in his
This is
forehead.
where the CGI looks bad.
Yeah,
What is this?
especially Ruffalo.
Yeah.
Stop moving, Rhodey. It looks worse every time you move.
Oh. I don't know if it's just because they're out of
my
focus or. I don't know if I ever realized that was that line.
What? Oh, God?
Yeah. I don't know if I ever put that together.
Where is he?
You'll never be a god. He's on his farm.
So his gauntlet is definitely still smashed, and he is limping.
But he gets to watch the sunrise on his
a grateful
on a grateful
universe.
universe. Yeah.
Let's see if we can see a chest wound.
See, his armor is not...
Messed up at all.
No, I bet but his left arm is
Sized
definitely still.
deeply.
I don't know if... Maybe if the gauntlet did it.
Burned his arm up or something a little bit.
Yeah.
Also, I love how they put in his Scarecrow armor.
Yeah. Whew.
Yeet.
The end of the Marvel Universe right there. There's nothing after that.
So,
Except for Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Tyler, what are your predictions for Endgame? Luke and I kind of talked around about ours.
I don't know. I don't think they differ too much from you guys. I am kind of coming around now on Tony wearing the gauntlet because
Yeah.
I never thought about that with Strange.
Yeah.
I did think Strange knew Tony had to survive.
Yeah.
You know, that was the key to one of the keys to his visions.
Right.
I don't know. I think they're gonna surprise us with Adam Warlock. I think that would be a big shock, and I'd be super down for it. But big prediction. I don't know. They're stuck in the Soul Stone, I guess. And I don't know how big of a prediction that really is. That's kind of what I think everybody's thinking.
The going theory currently.
Yeah.
So mine is this. This is what I think is going to happen. I think Captain America is going to sacrifice himself to get a new Soul Stone,
Oh, like he's gonna go back to Vormir?
or something. Like, instead of like how he's going to sacrifice himself, and it's going to make a Soul Stone or a new Soul Stone or something. Tony's going to wear the gauntlet as they all fight him and eventually beat him, because then Gamora will come back after everybody's dusted, and then she'll put in the final blow.
Ooh, interesting.
I think Captain Marvel being Huge Impact is honestly just a swerve. I think she's just going to be in it.
She's that's a red herring,
Yep.
basically.
I hope that's the case, because her movie's coming out so close to it. Like, we don't need her to be the feature of her movie, then the feature of the next movie. Like, give some other people who've been off for a while some shine.
The only, like, I guess things I'm unsure about is how they're going to use the Quantum Zone.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a part.
And then,
Yeah.
honestly, Clint's role, I honestly don't know what he can do besides what Scarlett Johansson did in this one, which is just fight people.
Yeah.
I think Clint might be a good
Tactician?
well, I mean, I don't know how long Tony and Gamora are going to be separated from the rest of the team.
Nebula.
Or, sorry, yeah, Nebula.
Captain Marvel saves Nebula.
See, that's kind of my thing.
And Tony.
I could see her saving those guys, and like them kind of being the Rocket, Thor, Groot team that comes in to the main conflict at the very end. Like, they kind of have their own story.
They come in and they help fight.
They come in and help fight at the very end.
See, but I could see that totally happening, but I would like to see Tony and Steve together
I would too.
before it's all said and done. So then it just kind of becomes complicated. If I'm thinking in terms of if everybody's theories were right.
Sure.
I don't think Tony and Nebula are out in space that long.
My guess is no.
I bet they're
would
back
agree
by
too.
the end of Act 1.
Yeah.
Which is an hour in, but still.
Yeah.
Maybe sooner. I don't think they're going to waste
That much time.
that
with
much
it.
screen time for them
No.
in what will probably be his last movie outside of a cameo. I don't think Tony's dying.
Ooh.
You think it's Steve?
I think Steve dies.
How many of the original cast do you think make it out?
Like, survive?
Yeah.
I think Steve dies, and I think Clint dies. And then
We need to have
a powerful one.
We'll do
on our
like
next
we did
episode.
last
We
time.
need to have
Yeah.
or not next episode, but
before too long, we need to do
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I won't be on
that episode.
our Avengers episode. Sorry, everybody.
We'll keep score for you.
well, yeah. Don't worry. We'll make sure you're.
I think Tony and Steve both die, and then I think Tony, Steve, Rhodey, and maybe Clint die.
Do we know is the
Captain Marvel dies. No,
is the Black Widow
It's
Disney
supposed to take
Plus
place
thing
beforehand.
It's pre. I still. Ugh. So wait, so who do we have on our original squad? We've got Tony, Steve, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Thor, and Hulk.
I think all of them except for Hulk and Thor die.
I think, yeah. The problem is Thor's really popular now.
That's the hard part.
How do you kill him?
I think
off
initially
now?
though he definitely was going to be dead in my mind.
I think Hulk will die.
I'm gonna go.
But
I'm gonna
Gray
go.
Hulk is,
I do not think Banner will die.
Tony,
Yeah.
Steve, Hulk. There's six. There's six.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go big. I'll go 6 for 6.
That would be amazing. Not in the sense like not that I don't like those characters. I
No,
just
no,
think that would
that's-
be really awesome for
that's
them
a
to do.
Crazy.
It's like
move.
this is the bookend. We are moving forward. We're done with it.
Well, I'd
I
like
think
to
think a lot of them will be sidekicks that die.
So I'd like to think this is just me and has nothing to do with the comics, but the Avengers, their whole idea of avenging, what's the motivation behind avenging? It can be differential, but like obviously in the trailer, Clint looks very revenge based.
Family got dusted.
Right. So, but I think that they all will have the opportunity to, and I don't know if this is an all-at-once thing or like throughout the film, but they'll have the opportunity to sacrifice themselves for something they believe in, whether that's Clint for his family. I don't know, like
Captain America for the team.
I don't know Cap. Cap's kind of the like just all-around good boy. Tony for Pepper, and I mean Pepper's not dusted, but
Peter,
right? Even if they are still alive, like there's that idea that there's something to sacrifice for, and if that whole team makes that sacrifice, I think it's a really powerful message to lead into Phase 3.
4.
And 4. Gosh, are we on 4 already? Oh, we are.
Phase 3 has been pretty long.
Phase 3.
it really has. Holy, that's been since Age of Ultron, right?
Since Ant-Man was the last one.
Of Phase 2.
Wow. Phase 3 has been long.
And then I think Civil War is the first one.
Oh, it's impressive.
It is.
And then I think Captain Marvel's the first one of Phase 4, maybe. Well,
Yeah.
either that or Endgame is the last one of Phase 3.
My guess is Endgame's last one of Phase 3, and they'll probably consider, like, when you look back, you're like, well, Captain Marvel's maybe like a Phase 4 film, but it's actually, in time relation, it's actually like a Phase 1 film. And in the fact that it's an origin story, it's way more of a Phase 1 film than it is a Phase 3 or Phase 4 film, but it comes... Yeah.
So many theories, so many phases, so many movies.
That being said, I have no idea what's really gonna happen.
Do we
Yeah,
think
me
the,
either.
Totally wrong.
What? Here's a
love how little they've shown, too.
non-Avengers related question. What do we want to see the Russo brothers direct next?
How about a gangster movie?
Ooh.
I don't know.
Something smaller. Maybe not a
How about like
$200, $300 million movie.
a 1920s murder mystery? I don't know.
I'd like to see them have a crack at X-Men.
I would like them to not direct something superhero related.
They haven't missed yet, so...
I wouldn't mind them. No, I don't know.
But But
keep
that said,
thinking
I
of
think I would like X-Men to be still in its own separate universe.
I would
if they
vo-
were to do it.
I will-
Because it would feel. I think it would feel very MCU-ish if it was. It might just feel like another.
I think it's gonna feel MCU-ish when they bring it.
Yeah.
We almost get an MFer.
Oh yeah.
I don't want the Russos.
To be type directors.
Yeah, and they have the tone that they've had in every single one of their movies has been the same,
Yeah.
and I want new directors to keep coming in.
Sure.
Keep it fresh.
Oh yeah. How about the Jurassic World 3?
No. I feel like that would.
I just
match
don't
the
feel
tone.
like a 20s gangster movie needs both of them. But I don't know. I don't actually know how they
Maybe
direct.
maybe like a Pacific Rim kind of movie.
It could be interesting. They could bring something special.
Maybe
to
the
that.
next Transformers movie.
I think I want to see a different genre than them. They've been doing.
They could do a war movie.
Oh yeah, like a sci-fi.
Ooh.
They've been in this sci-fi fantasy comic book world for a long time now. Like it's almost all they've done. They did Arrested Development, and then they did 5 comic book movies.
If they never put the colors on there, everyone would have been like,
Like, what?
"Is that a snowflake?"
Do pagers send pictures
No.
Yeah, that's
and
a
have
very,
color?
That's a very advanced pager.
Especially for the 90s.
Right.
Thanos will return.
It's got some shield tech in it, you know.
Oh yeah, and some Kree tech
Well,
or Skrull tech if you're me, because I think Captain Marvel's Skrull.
you crazy.
The movie will be out, so some people will listen to that and they'll be like, "Wow, that dude was so wrong," or they'll be like, "Oh wow, he was right."
He's a genius. They clearly recorded this after they saw it, but we didn't. We have not seen Captain Marvel yet.
We are recording it March 7th. There's some people watching it right now. Me and Tyler are going March 8th. You're going the 9th.
Yep.
This comes out on what? April 1st? 5th.
5th, yeah.
Wait, what?
The
No.
Or this commentary.
Oh yes, the 6th, I think.
Okay.
April 5th is Shazam.
The 3rd is a Wednesday. Because that's my birthday.
Oh, what are we doing?
I'm going to be on a bus for about 11 hours. So, woohoo.
I'm gonna text you and say happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
I won't.
That's fine. I don't care.
No, I definitely will.
I'm one of those people that doesn't like celebrating their birthdays.
Oh, well,
It's weird because
I'll just say
I'm a kind of a goofy
have
person.
a fun
I
trip.
like hanging out with people, but when it comes to birthdays, I'm like, no thanks.
That's fine. Thanks for listening to our commentary.
Absolutely.
I really enjoy the MCU.
I do too.
They've done such a great job stringing this
The best-
series together.
The best TV show ever made.
Exactly.
They've wove it together so well.
So well.
And it doesn't feel like they're forcing it very often.
No, there's like, yeah, those few points where you're like, okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
And
The rest of it's good enough that you don't really care.
Yeah.
Hopefully it keeps going strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll
Eventually it's going to run out of gas, right? I mean,
oh, for sure. Eventually.
Well, eventually, hopefully it just ends. Like, I don't know. I love comic book movies, but I don't know if I can take this for, like, ever.
But, well, you know,
It needs to have some type of end.
yeah.
And it should end with Doctor Doom ending the universe. And then the full Avengers X-Men squad defeating Doctor Doom. Boom! And Galactus. There's your final villain.
There's
That's
the
ambitious.
there's the big prediction from Luke.
the 25-year plan prediction.
But
When they ask me my 5-year plan, I'm like, I don't know about 5 years, but in 25 years, I'm going to be watching Fantastic Four and Captain America. Chris Evans is going to come back as Old Man Cap.
oh,
He's going to come back as Human Torch.
Oh my gosh.
in the Captain America suit.
And Hugh Jackman's gonna show up as super old man.
Super old man Logan.
That'd be hilarious.
But
Anything else? Luke, send us out.
okay.
I'm sleepy.
Bye everybody. No, I'm kidding. At What the Fanboy, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, live on Monday nights at 8 p.m. Central. Podcast goes out on Wednesdays. You can look for us on SoundCloud, iTunes. It stays on YouTube, so you can watch us, or you can just listen. But look for us there. It's Luke, Brett, and Tyler.
I'm sleepy. Can I
Keeping
go to
it
bed
real.
now?
I'm yawning so much over here.
Good night, everyone. Or if it's the middle of the day, good afternoon.
We're going to bed.
Yeah, we're peacing out.
It is
Yeah.
late. What time is it?
It's,
It's
11.
only 11.
It's late. I'm an old man.
I'm already
Old man
in
Brett.
bed asleep by now every night.
Bye everybody. We'll see ya.
See ya.
Thanks for listening.